guys. We got defensive coordinator Marcel Yates. We'll start with questions.
Marcel, we talked about your team, your defense facing adversity before, and how do you think your fellows did on Saturday? You know, a couple turnovers inside the red zone, and you know, how do you think they did with facing adversity on a number of occasions?
I thought they played good at times. You know, I still don't think our guys believe that we can just win on defense. And really, I really want our guys to understand that. And as a team, I think we can. You know, because there were a few opportunities there where I felt like we could have stopped them and not let them score, and we did. You know, and my thing is, you know, with the turnovers and all that, I don't care about that as far as our side of the ball. You know, our job is to defend, and if they held our offense to 14 points, and we need to hold them to 12 or 13 points and win the football game. So that's kind of, you know, our goal.
The secondary pretty banged up in the last game. Maybe you didn't have any of the four starters you had at the start of the season. How do you think Chancellor James and some of those other guys played stepping in?
Chancellor played well. You know, I thought the whole group played well. Obviously, there weren't a whole lot of halls their way, but the ones that were their way, I thought they played. They played it well.
What have you seen from Chancellor overall? And last year he was hurt, so even though he redshirted, he didn't get to do much. I mean, what have you seen from his development since you've been here? And Coach Harsin was saying he's developed into one of the better players on defense.
Right. Chancellor is a player that is playing more consistent, I would say. You know, he's starting to get a feel for the game and what we want. You know, he had 13 tackles, you know, and he hit some people pretty hard. So, you know, he's a big body that we think is going to help us out.
Ben Weaver was talking to us a little bit earlier, and, you know, he said that obviously they don't want to be in that scenario, but they were just trying to embrace some of the unique scenarios that they were being put in after the turnovers. I know you said they don't quite believe they can win on defense, but
right.
Do you think they're getting there? Do you think the mindset is starting to change?
I think they are, you know, and like you said, how we teach those guys is that I teach them, look, we affect two phases of the game, special teams and defense. And so, you know, we can't be concerned with turnovers. When we step on the field, we need to get off the field and get our offense the ball, you know, as much as possible. Our goal is to score on defense or get our offense the ball as much as possible. And the more we can do that, then the more chance we give them to score. And so, you know, to me, if we step on the field, it's our job to stop them, period. And if we don't, then, you know, we're not doing our job.
What did you see in the second quarter when it seemed like the Air Force quarterback was able to get loose a couple times up the middle? And I know he hadn't run a ton in the first couple of games. Obviously, he was a threat. But how did he kind of get loose a couple of times? You know,
Air Force, their whole thing is as a defense, you have to be disciplined. You know, and you can't guess. You know, you have to fit the right gaps and hold your right ground. If you're a quarterback player, you got to be a quarterback player. If you're a pitch player, you got to be a pitch player. If you're a dive player, you got to be dive. And so when he was able to run, we had players that were supposed to be in those spots, but for every reason they weren't. You know, and give them some credit. They run that system well now. You know, and they're cutting and they're, you know, you got Hawks going here, you know, and going there. So they're going to get some yards. You know, our job was to cut down the yards that they were supposed to get.
I think there's a point in time in that game where Brian Douglas went out and then Cameron came in and played corner.
Yep.
After that, you know, I guess how close was your boy to getting on the field, and as a father and as a coach, how has he kind of embraced switching in that black practice shirt jersey for the orange defensive jersey?
You know what? I don't know how close he was to getting in the game. I don't think he even knows how close he was to getting in the game. But, you know, we had some other guys that could play. You know, we had some other options. You know, we think he's going to redshirt. I guess if we ever got in a spot to where he had to play, you know, he would. But he wasn't ever close, I don't think, to on the field. Yeah, actually getting on the field.
Who might be the option after Cameron?
We might have to move a safety to corner or, you know, or me. I might have to go play. You know, you never know. But
I know you say they're not going to.
No doubt.
I know that you say they're not going to cancel the game. The other team doesn't care about injuries and all that. But, I mean, you look at what you are dealing with on defense with the injuries. And you not to make excuses, but how do you look at just how difficult it's been to try to, you have to rely on some of these other guys maybe you didn't expect to have to play as bigger roles?
To be honest with you, as a position coach, I pay a lot more attention to the injuries. As a coordinator, I really don't, because I'm looking at the whole thing as a whole. And so for me, my approach is the team we're playing, they don't care about the injuries, and they're still going to play. And so to me, we have to play the game. And so to me, we need to get them ready to play, whoever it is. If it's Eric or whoever it may be, they have to be ready to play. I don't care who that player is.
Tanner Vallejo off to a great start this year. What are you seeing out of him?
He practices the way he plays. So he's a guy that goes out there every day. He's always in a film room on his own, studying film. He goes out on the field every day and just, he works his craft. And so he's a guy that takes pride in what he does. And he is playing at a high level for us right now. And that's the key, I think, that when you do have injuries, I think you need to have guys that are able to make plays for you, step up, and kind of help out the guys that you're missing. And so he's playing well right now.
You played him at nickel the last couple of weeks, right, with
Yeah.
injury issues?
Yes.
Is he playing the same nickel that Corey Bell plays, or is it a little bit more of a linebacker spot when he's in there? Or?
Backer. It's more of an LB spot, yeah. So it's more of a 4-3 look.
How much do you guys talk about playmaking ability? You look at against UConn, Dion rips the ball out of his arms. A play that he had to make in order to get that Louisiana Lafayette, the one against the sideline.
Right.
And then even Jonathan Moxie in this last game, kind of seemed like it might be over, and he gets in, pops
Yeah,
the ball out.
on a fumble, right.
Impressed by that? How much do you guys talk about, like I said, going out and really making a play when you guys need one?
Yeah, our goal every game is we want to force. Every game is 3 turnovers, and our goal is to force 3. I think we've been at 2 the last couple of weeks, and so we've kind of been short there. So our job is, like I said, we want to either score or get the ball back to our offense. And I always tell people the best defense that we can play is the defense that's on the sideline. And so, we're trying to get the ball back to our offense as quick as possible. And the only way is by either making them punt or, a pick or a fumble. And so, we harp on that every day in practice.
Ben Weaver mentioned this watch me now thing. Is the whole team watching the first 3 defensive plays every time you guys go on the field? First time you guys go on the field? Can you explain that?
For me, it's always watch me now. And so I want our team up, and it's basically the whole team is going to watch us on the field, and it's our job to get off the field. But to me, I told our defense every drive is that. I always wanted everybody to, watch us now.
But you're only actually doing that on the first drive?
On the first drive, yeah.
The rest of the time the offense goes and meets and does whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
What do you think of Cody Fajardo? He's always been this athletic, dual-threat quarterback, but now he's also a senior and has all this experience and knowledge to lean on.
He runs their system well. He throws it well. He can run. He's smart. Over the years, you've seen him get a lot better over the years, and I think right now he's playing at a high level. It's funny. I read an article that said their offense is struggling. I don't know what film that they're watching because they look like they're rolling to me. They're kind of balanced. Their rushing is about the same as their passing, and so they're doing a good job, I think.
When you say that might be alluding to the fact or hinting at the fact that they don't put up tons of yards, but they don't turn the ball over.
They don't turn it over.
So I guess as a defensive coach, Sanford talks about putting emphasis on certain things every week. Do you have to put potentially more emphasis on trying to get turnovers this week?
Yes, always. Like I said, our goal every game is to get 3. And so if you can get 3, you have a good chance of winning the game, we think.
The hallmark to their team is their defense. They've been playing very well. Does that make you as a defense bow your necks and try to go, well, we're just as good or we're better than you are?
The standard is the standard, I think. And, and it doesn't matter about what because I don't watch their defense. I watch their offense. And so to me, our goal is always hold the team to, as 0 points is our goal. And, we haven't quite got there yet. So, but I don't really compare our defense to their defense,
Just another guy on defense. I know we talked about him a couple weeks ago, but Conway Correa, and the fact that his progression as a football player, or
it's something about that number 8. I think the last 3 guys that have worn that number 8 on defense are pretty special players. And so, you know, I wish we could put our whole defense in number 8 the way he's playing right now. But, yeah, he's just getting better every week. You know, he's a guy that the same thing. The way he practices is the way he plays, and it's just some carryover there. And, you know, the more that our guys see that the guys that practice well are the guys that play well, and we do that every week as a unit, I think we'll continue getting better.
I know it's just, it might just be just a number, but you always have a respect for the guys that have worn that. Did you let him know when he wanted to switch to that number, what he was up against?
I had no clue. I didn't have a clue he was even going to wear number 8. But when I saw him in it, he looked pretty good in it. So.
Anything else good? No? Marcel, thanks.
Thank you.